Kia ora, guys, gals, and Legionnaires. Rycon here, and welcome to the Town Hall, the final Town Hall for the year. And before we get too far, before we get fully underway, we'll just check that everything's working, that you can see me, that you can hear me okay. And yes, we are not in Sovngarde today. I wanted to have a little bit more of a personal feel for our final Town Hall of the year. And that it is our final Town Hall. If you've never been to a Town Hall before, it's effectively a chance to just, all of us, hang out, for me to answer some questions, for me to ask you some questions, and just update you with everything that's happening on the channel. Now, usually, these Town Halls happen at the end of the month. However, there have been a few delays this month. I tried to run the Town Hall away from my office. Didn't work out that well. Really didn't work out that well. Many things went wrong that day. So I appreciate your patience in the final Town Hall, finally taking place. Okay, so there's a little bit of a delay in the chat. So we'll see if that's going to work out for us today. We are running ultra low latency, so we're as good as we possibly can be at this stage. So let's get this thing underway. You might have noticed that I haven't had as many videos come out this week. Unfortunately, there is a house being demolished just right outside this curtain. Demolished / built, and it's in varying stages of being really noisy. And for some things that works, for other things it doesn't. So for anything that's kind of more serious roleplay content, having like a screaming crane in the background doesn't work that well. And when I say screaming, it does sound like it's screaming, so yeah. That's been interesting to deal with. But yeah, we've also had another kind of an end to a series. Bran's Tale has found itself a natural end. And I've been working on the return of an old series. That series being Dusk. In addition, we've got a new one coming as well. Because during Bran's Tale, I was talking about trying to do two different styles of Cataclysm videos. One that was more story focused, and one that was more like gameplay focused. So Dusk is going to carry on in the same fashion that we've been going with all of our Cataclysm videos so far. So there is still story, but it's quite heavily, it's us learning the game together, experimenting with things, taking her on a journey. However, our second series is going to be a lot more narrative. It's not going to be, it's going to be a lot more heavily edited. So I feel like that's going to work out quite well, considering what the main content of it is going to be, which is Magicalism. For those of you who don't know, that is a massive overhaul for Cataclysm that adds in magic and all kinds of really cool things. So we have that to look forward to. Yeah, Aolan, I think that's, yeah, it was called Transcendence for a reason. I'd like to think that he was able to use some of the networking abilities that he had and some of the CBMs that he had to preserve his consciousness as his body failed. Yes. Yes, indeed. Another thing is we hit a bit of a milestone, quite a milestone. We have over 2,000 videos on the channel now, which is a lot. There's a lot of history there. There's a lot of stuff. And I released a video effectively kind of sharing some of the series that some of you might not have seen, because YouTube's got this cool thing now. If you go to a channel and you look at their playlists, it won't show you all of those playlists. So you need to actually click on the little drop down to go to created playlists to be able to see them. If you have all playlists selected, you won't see them all. It's real clever. So there might be some series that I've done that you've got no idea that I've done. So yes, if you would like to check that out, I highly recommend that you do. So if you just go to the main channel page, go to the video section, playlists, and then under playlist, just make sure you go down to created playlists, and they should all be there, should. Yeah, even I've had trouble finding some of my own playlists, so I can only imagine it's difficult for other people to just organically stumble upon them. Yeah, cool probably isn't the right word for it. we'll see about that, obvious. We'll see. At least I feel like I've got a fair bit of time to plan. Nanania, I am good. I am good. I will be honest, I have had a interesting month. November's been an interesting one, for sure. I've had some strange things going on in the background that I haven't been able to fully explain myself. Some interesting health things going on, but that hasn't stopped me from doing all of this. It's just a mystery that I haven't discovered yet. Yeah, so I am working through some things outside the channel. All is well, though. All is well. I'm glad that you are enjoying Seeking, Grayson. Birthright, how long till it gets finished? Well, I'm hoping that over kind of the Christmas period, they just work through, which I don't think will happen. But it's not like constant. So there are sections in which I can record. It's just a little bit more difficult and stressful, which is cool. Yeah, so ideally that will be done as the new year rolls around. And speaking about that, I am still going to be working through. There will be some days that I'm not in the office. Like over Christmas, I'm going to be away with family, so there won't be as much. But next week, I'm going to be focusing on getting those 2 Cataclysm series back up and onto the air. And I'd like to get another Outer Worlds out before the end of the year as well. So we're going to see if we can get those 2 done in the time that I have next week. Fingers crossed on that. Fingers crossed. And I'm hoping that this kind of Christmas period will be a good just reset time. Yeah. A Cataclysm Christmas special. That would be very cool. That would be very cool. Well, I mean, like, you know, I suppose, it kind of is a Christmas special, having this one start in the time that it is. Could very well be Christmas. Eolyn, are we getting the D&D or Zealand soon? So, tabletop news. We recorded the first chapter of Season 4 of Zealand yesterday, and it went swimmingly. It went well. There are some cool things going on in the background in Zealand, and yeah, I can't wait for you to see the new season. As for when that's going to be out, I want to have one more session in the books before we get this out, just because schedules are hard to work around and all the rest, and ideally I'll have one chapter on standby just so there's not as much of a disruption for you all. It's kind of good. We're on a season break at the moment. I might just let that kind of go out for a little bit further, but in saying that, I have been planning a one-shot for Zealand. A one-shot called Red Eye. Effectively, going to be taking place on a plane 30,000 feet in the air when the longest night first occurs. So at the very beginning of the game, when everything's going wrong, it's gonna be...
Save Scumfrost.
Well, I haven't needed to yet, so we're gonna cross our fingers. Frost obviously is, actually no, in saying that, I have 2 Frost episodes for you that have already been recorded. And I probably shouldn't have said 2. No, I've got one. The other one is maybe coming out or not. So I am actually going to be dropping an episode of Frost as soon as this has finished. Well, a little bit afterwards. It's going to be uploading after this. So you will have some Frost today. So stay frosty. Yes, the second very well could be an epilogue. You never know. You never know. Birthright, no. So the volcano that erupted last week, quite far away from where I am in Auckland. But obviously a tragedy for those that were involved, and something that should never have happened. Well, the people shouldn't have been there. I've been there myself. I've shot a kids' television show on there before. And now that I'm saying that, doesn't really sound like it's something that probably should have happened. But, yeah. Mumbles, we will, for sure. Hobbs will be honoured. He will indeed. I've actually had to go back twice in Kimchi. I've recorded the start of Kimchi twice now. The disruptions that I was having next door just meant that I couldn't get it out because, yeah. I mean, you're trying to be atmospheric and doesn't work with all that screaming. Aggressive Lag. Good name. Mountain Blade is going to be coming back, and that's more than likely going to be coming back in the new year. I am holding off purely because there's a big update that's coming to A World of Ice and Fire, which is the other total conversion mod that is all around A World of Ice and Fire. So we are going to be having that coming back. And in terms of what kind of character we're going to be exploring in that one, there were a lot of voices calling out for doing a Dothraki. And I would 100% be on board with that. I'll just have to see how fleshed out the Dothraki are in A World of Ice and Fire, because I couldn't remember how well Essos had been developed. But yeah, effectively version 5 of that is coming out, so I'm just holding out. Apparently, I checked yesterday, and the release date is going to be announced, I think, within today or the next few days. So hopefully I'll have an idea of when that's going to come out, and I'll have a little bit of a play with it beforehand just to get a feel for it. But yeah, I think it would be a very different kind of style to what Raven's was. Being more of a horde, not having a location, more just kind of sweeping across the map and trying to destroy as much as we can as our, as our horde grows. Larger and larger. We shall mount the world. Yeah, the last episode of Kimchi was a thing. I made some mistakes. I made some mistakes. Mistakes happened. But, hey. We're still kicking. Some of us are. Most of us are. Yeah. Grayson, RimWorld will be a New Year series. So once things have settled down a little bit, or if this construction kind of continues on, it might come out sooner. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that. Because things that aren't so cinematic, I'm okay with there being a bit of background noise in, but generally for the role plays, if there's a lot of other things, it can get, yeah, it's a bit noticeable. The one thing that I actually struggle with is beautiful bird songs, because I've got a few trees just right outside the window here, and there are a lot of birds that like to just perch themselves on those branches, and their song is beautiful, but it doesn't often fit in some of the landscapes that we're recording. A la, like, Fallout. Yeah. Thoughts on Half-Life, Alex? Surprisingly enough, Half-Life isn't a series that I'm super hyped about or really ever have been. Yeah, for some reason I never got on the Half-Life train, which I guess is a good thing considering how 3 has been for a long time, so I haven't been kind of dying for that. But yeah, I never really played it when it first came out. I was much more into my Counter-Strike back then. So yeah, I never actually really played through them, which is a shame because they are great games. Yeah. Thank you very much for the super chat, Nanania. Is Jenna awake today?
How about a New Year stream?
She is.
Buster says hello.
Hello, Buster. Hello. A New Year stream. I don't know if I'll be able to stream on New Year's. I don't know what my plans are for New Year's yet. But if it's judging by how New Year's went last year, I think it would be next to impossible to stream here. It would be very interesting. Oh, wow. Yeah, last New Year's was a thing. No, I don't know what the plans are yet, so I cannot confirm that. I did play Gary's Mod quite a bit growing up, Pringles. Yeah. Eowyn, we've actually got quite a few cats around. We've got a very hyperactive possum as well, but I don't really see that possum during the day. It likes to sleep, and daytimes when I do all my recording. A very, very large cat. I mean, these are native birds I'm talking about here. I don't want these birds to die. They're endangered. I'm not going to endanger them further. No, I can work around it. And occasionally you might have a bird tweeting in space. That has happened a few times in the outer world so far while I've been recording. So it's interesting. And Haderach, you're right, cats and possums do not mix well. I quite often hear them battling against each other at night. Yes. Elin, all I'll say is that last New Year's, I'm surprised that no one caught on fire. That's all I'll say. Or ended up with severe burns of some kind. Hey, Para, that's a fantastic idea. Just add birds into the series. Yeah, there we go. We'll just start modding them in. Birds in space. Yeah, or we could just have it be that a thing that, you know, Gray likes to listen to atmospheric birdsong. Just to kind of, just to keep him calm. That can work. Yeah. Or Brand's birds, yeah. Oh, Brand's birds. I hope... I don't know what happened to those birds. I'm pretty sure that Rena ate them. Yeah. I think so. What about Mountain Blade Vikings? I have played through all of the Viking Conquest DLC, I guess you could say. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah, I just don't know how much interest there would be. If there's a whole heap of interest in that, we could definitely look at doing that. I mean, I love Mountain Blade. I mean, once 2 comes out, we're going to have a hell of a series on our hands. A big, proper... Well, what I'm really excited with Mountain Blade 2 is the idea of having lineage. Because one of the things that always gets me in Mountain Blade is that there's no way to lose, really. I mean, you can get knocked back, you can become prisoner, but no one's ever going to try and kill you. But in 2, you can die, and you have heirs. They might be a sibling or a child of yours that would carry on some of the statistics and the traits that you have. Like, I love that stuff in roleplay games where, you know, there is that kind of longevity and a yeah, like passing the torch. I think it's cool. And it's definitely what I'm looking forward to, I think, the most out of all the different features that have been announced for Mountain Blade 2. And I hope it's one of those things that they don't just say they're going to add and then they don't. My heart will be broken. What's that? I mean, yeah, technically it is Mountain Blade 4. I guess it's Mountain Blade 2 because we've got Mountain Blade Warband. And then... yeah. Fire and Sword? Yeah. Yeah. No, that's true. That's true. I guess it's the second Mountain Blade in the series, right? Because Mountain Blade 1's like a... it's just a one thing. Why the redesign on the icon? It was just to be festive. That was it, really. Just wanted to have a change because it's the holidays. And so that's why I changed the banner and all the rest. Yes, that's Triton hanging in the background here. I have been trying to keep my head over his screen because he was watching The Mandalorian before, and, you know, Disney. I can't be running an illegal stream of that, but we're safe now. We're safe. Triton, you can wave. There you go. There's a Triton arm. Oh, dear. I don't think it'll be sticking around for too long, the redesign, although in saying that, I am planning a full redesign in the new year. I've found a really, really talented artist, and I want to set them free on it and see what they can do, because we've had this logo for a long time, since I think the second year of the channel, and I like it, but it's very early 2000s when it comes to design. So, I mean, yeah, it's tough because people recognize it. I know that you recognize it. So, yeah, how old is the channel? The channel's 6 years old. Yeah, we're going to school now. Yeah, Aolin, I'll make sure there is 100% no Nazi symbols or propaganda hidden in the logo. 100%. Yeah. Dargon, you have a burning question. How do you... well, I mean, it's just good to make the assumption that you're awesome. So, yeah. Beard? No, yeah, there is no beard. No plan to bring the beard back anytime soon as well. The beard's a lot of management. Yeah. I don't see it coming back soon, unless I go through like a bush forest arc of some kind. Then maybe, yeah. Or if I had to do like Antarctic expeditions, I feel like a beard would be needed then. Right now, nah. Bionically, thank you very much for the super chat. If I could live,
If you could live in any fictional universe, which one would you choose?
That's super easy for me to answer. Some of these questions are really difficult, but that's a really easy one for me. Harry Potter, hands down. Best fictional universe I could imagine myself living in. Although, next question would be, would I be willing to live in that universe if I was a muggle? I mean, yeah, still, I mean, even if I didn't have any magic, I think it would still, yeah, I'd still go for it, but ideally, I'd have some magical prowess. It's never too late to learn. Not Star Wars. On the surface, Star Wars seems really cool, but there's a lot of suffering. There is a lot of suffering in that galaxy. There's a lot of wars. Yeah. So, while it's kind of cool, and even if you're a Jedi, strong chance you're gonna die, because Jedi don't stick around for all that long. They get killed off in some dramatic arc, or they get turned to the dark side. So, yeah. But everyone seems so happy before they're murdered. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah. Jedi are the red shirts of Star Wars? I mean, yeah, they kind of are. Yeah, a little bit. But yeah, I feel like Harry Potter would be the best. Yeah. Cameron, yes, I do. Good morning, sir. Hello, hello. Do I have a PO box? Yes, I do. If you have a look at the bottom of any of the videos on the channel, you'll be able to see that there's a PO box there. Yeah, so indeed we do. And thank you, Janet.
Do you have a P.O. box for fan mail?
Not for you, Janet, but for everyone else, yes. Yes, we do. Not the Outlast universe. Yeah, no, 100% no. Definitely 100% not. Yeah. Nope. No, we don't like that. We're off the coffee now. We're on to water. I don't really have any thoughts on Kingmaker. I know Triton's got it, and he's played it occasionally, but I haven't touched it myself. It's actually pickle juice? Yeah, I'm psychotic, yeah. Or it's vodka. I mean, it is in or it's moonshine. It is in a mason jar. So quite possibly. I have actually done a test of the forest. I didn't realize there was a sequel. Yeah, because when I first started trying to do a test with it, it was while it was still kind of in beta, so the full story hadn't been fleshed out. The story is really cool. I love that. That's my jam. I love hidden doors and just like peeling back layers. It's got a very Lost feel to it for me, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Whether or not I would do something with it, yeah, I mean, maybe, because I've been wanting to do more kind of horror style games again, because I really do enjoy that for roleplay, but I don't know if that's the right one. Maybe. I guess we'll see. We'll see. Whenever I am going to start like a big new series like that, I will usually put it to the channel first to decide whether or not it's something that we all want to see. If I was in Game of Thrones, what would my role be in a Witch Kingdom? Again, that's another really tough one, because I feel like that's one of those worlds that seems really cool on the surface, but the actual day-to-day life is miserable. I mean, there's no real safe safe position to be in, really. I mean, like, I feel like, yeah, I feel like if I had to pick a role, it would be part of some kind of, like, merchant, shipping corps. A bard, I mean, like, a bard, yeah, sure. Yeah, a bard sounds like a much better plan than what I had. I was going to say just part of a merchant kind of shipping corps going up and down, like the coast between Essos, just across the narrow sea. But then you got pirates as well. That's no good. A bard. Yeah, no one wants to kill a bard, right? Yeah, let's do that. That sounds like the best option. The best out of many of those. Sons of the Forest. Okay. That's interesting. I'm just trying to think because I guess there are different endings to that story. That's Verdant. That was Verdant that was rocking past. Thank you, Nanania, and yes, you are correct.
You are a Gryffindor, right? See you in the common room, smiley face. What news do you have on Indral? You told me on Twitter you were testing.
And that I am. And where I'm at on that is I want to kind of put it to a poll as to what direction we would want to go with that. Whether we would want to have a... yeah, I swear he's not actually headless. He does have a head. I will confirm that. But, yeah, put it to a poll whether we want that series to be more like Leon's Tale, so more always in character, telling it that way, or if we want it to be more like how we do our storytelling in Frost and Seeking Sovngarde, where it's a mixture of gameplay and roleplay. So I think I'm going to put a poll out there to see what the general feel is, to see what the majority is after, because we could go either way with it. It is entirely possible. Thank you very much, John Doe. It's a bit of a mess this morning. Would it be permadeath? No, so it wouldn't be permadeath, but it would be... yeah. Because I don't think we'd do like the kind of Frost ruling for it. It would more just mean it's not constant. It's not constant in character vocalizing. Yeah. I'm not sure about that, Lag. I know it's tough. It's tough to decide that because it's like it's such a grim period in time. Yeah, I know. Not sure. Not sure on that. A mixture of both. Okay, okay. I think that's probably going to be the general consensus, is having a mixture of both. Yeah. I mean, it's good to get just a perspective from you all, because you're the people that I'm making this for, so, you know, I want to make it enjoyable to as many of you as I can. I have watched a fair bit of The Expanse. I haven't read any of the books, but I'm excited that it's coming back, though. I'll probably do a smaller one first, Kairos, and then I'll bring it out to the wider channel audience. Soon TM. Soon TM, of course. Do I have any plans for Cataclysm after Brand's Tale? Yeah, I did talk about that briefly just before. We do have Magicalism coming to the channel next week. Josh, thank you very much for your super chat.
Kia ora, Riken. Longtime fan, found you around when Noah's Tale started. Love your work. Hope to see the army expand and avenge the fallen.
Yes, indeed. We shall. We shall. I'm assuming we are speaking, of course, of Kimchi. Yes. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Pringles, don't worry. It's definitely for me too. I'll be sure of that. Yes, indeed, it is time for the Lotum. We are halfway through our town hall today. So, first of all, Sarge, you've been the Lotum for a long time because this town hall has been delayed and delayed and delayed. So thank you very much for your service, good sir. And now...
Busy working so I won't be here, but I love you less than 3.
Less than 3? Less than 3? That's not very much, Sleeth. That's not very much at all, but thank you. Drum roll. The Legionnaire of the month. The final month. Well, not the final month, but the final Legionnaire of the year is... And it might seem like a cop-out. Once again, it is all of you. I don't think there's any way I can round the year off without thanking every single one of you for sticking with me throughout this year, for joining me for this year. So, congratulations, you are all the Legionnaire of the month. Thank you. Seriously, thank you. It's been a very, very good year for the channel. We've had a lot of things come to the channel, we've had a lot of things go to the channel, and it's got me excited going into 2020, a new decade. I've got big plans. And we've got some really cool things coming. So enjoy it. Enjoy being the Legion. The throne is going to get real crowded. I feel like we need to implement a system where we have tickets and you can sit on the throne for like a period of time and then move on. I feel like that's probably the best way to do it. Yeah. This is your icon, Haderach. We're just gonna keep that up the corner. I'll just kind of hold this up here the whole time till I get tired. Mumbles, yes indeed you can put this on your resume. I highly recommend that you do. It's a well sought after position. So there we go. Just random, you can call me whatever the heck you want. Rycon works. Dargon. Yes, I have talked about Dwarf Fortress in the past. I am wanting to bring Dwarf Fortress more focusing on the adventure mode side of things, on the single character side of things, but I'm still trying to get better at it in general, just understanding the systems entirely because, yeah. Sleeth is distracted by Triton's sexy naked knee. I don't blame you for being distracted. Yeah. Oh dear. Oh dear. What did you miss, random dude? Not too much. We've just been chilling. We've been hanging out. I've said some things. I don't think we've announced anything too crazy. We've got Cataclysm coming back next week, but that's yeah, that's about it. Have I talked about the D&D series yet? I haven't talked too much, but we are really close. We are really close to being able to release that the first episode. Once we do release, they're going to be releasing bi-weekly. Bi-weekly? Is that the right word for it? I think so. Fortnightly. Thank you, Triton. Oh yeah, bi-weekly is twice every 2 weeks. Okay, yeah, fortnightly. We shall be releasing it fortnightly. More than likely it's going to be like I think a weekend release. Yeah. But it's not going to be like how we do with Zealand, where they come out in, you know, the 1 hour slots. It's going to be the whole episode in one go. So, yes. Yeah, bi-monthly. Yeah, that works as well, right? It will also have a podcast audio-only version. Yes. I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to upload it to the same podcast as the Zealand podcast. I'm not sure yet. I might just kind of try and split that down the middle, just because it's easier just to have that one source for people to be able to go to. We'll see. We will see. But I'm super freaking excited for you to see it all. We've played ahead a fair bit, but Yeah, because it's a lot of material to go through for editing, because I do like to add a little bit of extra flair to everything. But our artwork is finalized now. I just got the logo completed last night. It's got 100% less swastikas than the previous version I had from the last artist I employed. If you haven't heard that story, it's a story for another time. Yeah. But it's looking good. Everything's looking good. Aye aye. Asher, welcome very much. Welcome very much. Welcome very much to the town hall. My brain's working as it should do today. Yes, random dude. Kimchi's still ongoing. I just haven't been able to record it because of horrific noises happening outside my home that sound like transformers being torn apart. Yeah, just a lot of construction noise. Unfortunately, that makes shooting funeral scenes not that easy. Yeah. Kairos, you were right. 2 big episodes. Very. Grayson, I may or may not be. Yes. Yes. Sarge, hey! Welcome, welcome. I have just relinquished your Town Hall banner. It's now just a giant thumbs up. But guess what? You're also the Legionnaire of the month this month, because everyone is. So, congratulations. You're a two-time Lotum. There you go. Congratulations. Eowlin, am I including fan art here any longer? No, so what I'm trying to do with fan art is include it at the end of episodes for like the specific series. But I did read your fantastic write-up, and I want to try and find a way to include that within Cataclysm. So we're going to be seeing that, but it's going to be in one of the episodes itself. Yes. Hey, Pringles, I mean, you kind of are Lotum again as well, so, yeah. You've had it a few times now. What's the difference between a wizard and sorcerer in D&D? So sorcerers are innately magical. It's either through their bloodline or through some other means. They have magic in their blood. They don't have to try. That's why their spellcasting modifier is charisma, because they don't have to try anything. It just comes naturally to them. They're just like, oh, magic. Oof. Done. But a wizard is someone who has studied, spent hours and hours and hours pouring through books, learning like specific... What's that?
Well, like years and years
what?
and years.
Yeah, years and years and years. Yeah, it takes a long time. Just learning somatic components and verbal components to different types of magic. And that's why intelligence is your modifier as a wizard. So, wizards study. Sorcerers are the chads of the magic community. So, yeah. There you go. They don't have to try so hard. But sorcerers are still really cool. They are really, really cool. So... yeah, nothing against sorcerers. But wizards, yeah, they're put in the hard yards. So, I mean, really, anyone could become a wizard, but it just requires a lot of time. A lot of time and effort. I mean, warlocks are interesting in their own right. I have seen a few questions about Dark Souls. It is something that I've always wanted to do, but it is it's quite a bit of a time investment to make the series that I'd want to make with that. So that's a maybe. It's not quite a soon TM, but it's a maybe. I would like to do this one day. Yeah. Well, actually, yeah, Sleeth. I should say, yes, you do need to have certain requirements. Actually, no one's saying that. I'm pretty sure you can still take it at level 1. Even if you had 8 intelligence. It's only when you try to multi-class out to something else you won't be able to, because you don't meet the multi-class requirements to leave being a wizard. So I think even if you're really not that intelligent at all, you could still... yeah. That would be interesting. It's definitely not optimal, but D&D is not about being optimal. Well, it is to some. It is to some. Look at us, doing a good old D&D talk. It does that for a lot of people. Marie. Or Sylvia Lynn. Sylvia Lene? Sylvia Lene? I'm doing my best on there. But yeah, it's fantastic. It really is. Sarge. No. Zealand poetry is the best kind of poetry. It is indeed. Para, yes you will. Yes you will. We've got a lot of RPG talk to have. A lot. Hey, well, Nanania, if you're ever looking for people, try the Discord, because there's a good chance you're going to be able to find some people on there. I know there's always people that are looking for groups, either for Zealand or for D&D or anything else like that, so yeah. I reckon if you put the feelers out there, you'll be able to find a group. And even with like locals, so wherever you live, if you check out Facebook and you just, whatever your town, your city is, if you just search for that and D&D or tabletop, usually there is a page or a group that you can become a part of that can help you find other groups that are around, because you'd be surprised, there are definitely groups around. It's not always easy to find them because usually they are existing and they can sometimes be full, but if you put the feelers out there, there's a good chance you can meet them, and you meet new people that way, which is really cool. It's actually a really easy way to meet new people. It's very, yeah, it's great because you don't have to be yourself. You can be someone else. It's great. It's really good for meeting new people.
Great message.
Well, I mean, not okay. I should probably clarify. I'm saying yes, you can be yourself, but sometimes, God damn it. Thank you, Triton. Sometimes it's nice to be able to put on a different persona, especially when you're meeting new people, because that can be awkward. I'm very awkward when I'm meeting new people, so. Yeah, it's God damn it.
Very awkward and not anything.
Yeah, no, I'm just awkward in general. Yeah, I'm just awkward in general. God damn. Yeah, Eowyn, that's a good point. If you do have any game shops that are nearby as well, there's a good chance you can find groups there. I know most of the group that I'm with now all met at a local game store. So yeah, there you go. Yes. Persona, a different persona. Banterdote, how's my weekend going? Good. We recorded some Zealand yesterday. It was interesting. Very interesting. No spoilers for that yet, but we got some surprises. I'm not planning on bringing Cyberpunk to the channel. Controversial, maybe. I am going to be getting Cyberpunk, and I think I'm going to be playing the crap out of it, but I don't think I'm going to be doing a series on it, because just with the nature of that game, I mean, it's really hard for me to not make a series out of something, I'll be honest. Every single time I try to play something personally, I'm always thinking, it'd be great to be able to make this kind of character and, take them down this kind of arc and stuff like that. I don't think I'm going to do that for this, because there is so much performance put into the character that doesn't leave a lot of wiggle room for me. So, yeah, I mean, I guess I'll play through it, see exactly what the feel of it is, and yeah. Stefan, do I ever stream on Twitch? I don't. I do have a Twitch channel, but I haven't really done anything with it, because usually when I do stream, when I was doing Let's Relax and all the rest, which I do want to kind of bring back, I tend to do it here, because that's where all of you guys are. So yeah, it kind of makes sense for me to do it here. Grayson, yes, I've actually I've featured Belmont Boy a few town halls back, quite a few now, but his Ultimate Skyrim is fantastic, and it did actually give me a fair bit of inspiration to do Seeking Sovngarde when that started. However, I was doing that in Special Edition, which is, I was frustrated because I was like, Ultimate Skyrim is just great. It's got everything that you'd need to make that kind of hardcore experience, but it is for Oldham, but it's still really, really good. So yeah, I'd love to be able to do something with Ultimate Skyrim eventually, because it's just such a good collection of mods, and it's tweaked in such a way that it makes Skyrim very, very cool. Thank you very much for the congratulations, Banterdote. Yeah, so I did see the announcement from Red Barrels about trials, but I haven't really looked into it yet, so yeah. I am aware of Skywind Dargon. I try not to get my hopes up too much when it comes to those projects, because just in the past there have been a lot of interruptions, which happens. That's completely understandable. If it does come out, I would love to give it a go. But at the same time, I also love the original. I still really like Morrowind just as it is, so I don't know. But I think it's really cool for people who haven't experienced Morrowind, because I think that's the kind of trick. If you've played Morrowind when it first came out, it's very easy to go back and play it, but if you've never played it before and you want to go and have that early experience, it's very difficult to go back to that, because it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be intrigued to see what Trials is, because it kind of makes me think of Saw. I think the Outlast Trials will be one of those games that does really well on Twitch, especially if it is multiplayer. Oh, that's cool. That's good. Well, who knows? It could be just a really new lens to look at Morrowind through. Will I be trying will I be trying the Long Dark anytime soon? It does seem like it fits the bill really, really well. Yeah, possibly. That's another maybe. A maybe TM. Yeah, I think you're right, John. It does have that feel. Like, as soon as I saw it, I was just like, ooh, this is going to be a big game on Twitch. Yeah. Jonathan, do I play an instrument? I play the keyboard. Get it? No. Not really. No, not entirely. I've tried to play instruments in the past and I have failed. So I don't play any exactly. Oh, well, thank you. Apparently Triton says I'm pretty good at guitar. I was, yeah. And by that, we're probably talking like 10 years ago now. Yeah, actually, yeah, no, you're right. More than that. Jeez, it is. I was thinking about, that's so bad. I was like, oh wow, 10 years ago I would have been 13. No, that doesn't even math at all. I'm just dumb. Yeah. 10 years ago I was 21. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah. Mr. K, a lot of people have been recommending Disco Elysium to me this week. So I feel like I've got to have a proper look at it, because
4 awards.
What's that? It won 4 awards.
Awards in the game.
Okay. It's won some awards.
Best narrative, best RPG.
Best narrative, best RPG. God damn. Okay, so
Other 2, I can't remember.
okay, I guess I actually have to have a proper look at this. I keep saying that I'm going to, but yeah. I am definitely going to have a proper look at it now. Oh good. There's all kinds of suggestions coming. Very good. So yes, Disco Elysium. I will have a proper look at it. Because I feel like it could, yeah. Oh, Jingle Jangle. I'm so sorry. Not sorry. Welcome to the addiction. Yeah. Cataclysm, I still think that is my favorite game. If I had to have just one game, that's it for me. Is Kimchi still in the works? Yes, it most certainly is. It is. I just haven't been able to record due to house destruction. Not this house, a house that's nearby. It's just too bad for Kimchi when you're trying to record emotionally charged stuff. Doesn't work. No. Erlen, thank you very much. That's a very kind. It's a very kind sentence. I am very excited to get this new Cataclysm series to you, though, and just seeing how difficult it's gonna be, because Magicalism, it's got some pretty cool stuff in it, but it's also real tough. And there've been a lot of changes to Cataclysm since we had a character who was in those early weak stages, so it'll be really fun taking them from that again. Yeah. If I was an animagus, what animal would you transform into? I gotta say, like, probably a hawk. I'll go for hawk. I say hawks because we've got hawks in New Zealand. We don't have eagles, but we've got some pretty decent hawks. I'd go for a hawk. Because, I mean, flying is cool and all. So yeah, if I had to have one, it would be that. I'm pretty sure, like, I always remember Animorphs, and out of yeah, I know. Out of all the Animorphs, I was like, I think it was like Tobias or something like that. He was the guy who could shift into an eagle, and he was like stuck because he spent this is really geeky. He spent too long in his form, and so he was stuck in that for like forever. Yeah, I remember thinking, hey, I mean, there's worse things to be stuck as. That's like an eagle. That's pretty cool. And this isn't Animorphs, the books I'm talking about. I'm talking about like the TV show. Yeah. There we go. Yep. Bionically challenged. Thank you very much.
What do you think Stubbs Mimoso's perfect date would be?
That's a very good question. That's a very, very good question. I'd say somewhere with two arms. I mean, it's a good start. I'd say probably a really big, strong Czech woman and a really big, strong Czech man. It's got to be two. Stubbs is he's a handful, so yeah. He's got room for a lot of loving. And now you would pick a cat owl. Is that a thing? And trumpet dog. Yes, you are correct. Animorphs are nightmare fuel. That in-between stage on the books is just... Nope. Yep. You just get stuck as that creature forever. Nope. Have I ever thought about playing Red Dead Redemption 2? Well, I mean, it's out on PC now, and it's also coming to Steam as well, so I feel like I'm running out of excuses not to do something with Red Dead. I would love to do something with Red Dead, so we'll see in the future if I'm able to acquire it, and if we can do something with that. Interesting that you mentioned eagles up there, Pringles. In the most recent episode of Frost, I think it's the first one that's going to come out, for some reason, I struggle to say the word eagle. I see the word eagle. I know it's pronounced eagle, but for some reason I read it as eagles. It takes me a while to realize that the word is eagles. I think my brain was having a moment. So, yeah. Eagles. So that's literally it. Just what you've said in your sentence. That's what started happening to me. Maybe it's an Australian-New Zealand thing that we've got that I just haven't realised until now. Yep. Have I ever tried GTA RP? I haven't tried any of the RP servers, purely just because, from my experience of them, it just takes a long time to get on them. I have wanted to... Yeah, I mean, I've wanted to do something with GTA for a long time, especially once they introduced the camera controls and all the rest. But it was just one of these things where I was just like, it's another system. It's going to take a long time to learn how to do it. Yeah, I always did have a story in mind for GTA. I just didn't think if I could fully realize it, though. So, yeah. But Red Dead, oh yeah. I feel like there's a lot that I could do with that. We could be an outlaw. Could be good fun. Yeah. Okay, I trust you, Nanania, and your cat owl. I'm assuming it isn't a mixture between a cat and an owl, but rather an owl that hunts cats, or a cat-like owl, or an owl-like cat. Yes, we will definitely have a terrible cowboy voice, Pringles. Definitely. Yeah, sick bozo, slight momentary dyslexia. I do have like a little bit of dyslexia, which is interesting. I talk a lot. I talk a lot every single day. Sometimes it's worse than other times. I think when I'm more tired, it's worse. I haven't for a long time, but I used to have an issue where I would swap the first letters of words around quite often. So for like ham sandwich, it would be Sam Handwich. And it would just my brain would do that really quickly. And so, yeah, I don't do that often though, but I used to do that quite a bit. But maybe it isn't as bad, but yeah, it's still there a little bit, I think. What game is Triton currently playing? He is playing Star Ocean. He is playing Star Ocean. What, sorry? Integrity and Faithlessness. That is quite a title. Quite. Yeah, Kundra Totten. There you go. That's the perfect, perfect example. So it does still happen occasionally. That's really good memory there. Yeah, Kundra Totten. That was a good one. Yeah. Rather vote for any pirate game out there, or like Sea of Thieves. So you think I should do a pirate voice in a cowboy game? And a cowboy voice in a pirate game? I could do that. That works. It's the unexpected. We could be a land pirate. I mean, I can already see possibilities. Yep, we could be a land pirate. That just is very far from the sea. Cowboys are just land pirates. I mean, they are, but I could fully commit to the whole pirate thing. But yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, it just works. Yeah. Okay, pirate. Okay, we're gonna have a pirate, and Red Dead 2, pirates. Cool. We're gonna be a land pirate. It's decided. It's something that is going to happen eventually. Good. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, shoot. Look at the time. The town hall is going to be coming to a close. And this is the final town hall of the year. I'm not sure when we're going to have the next one of these, because there's a strong chance that I'm going to be absent for a little while. So we're going to have to play things by ear. Sorry, we're attacking things here. There is a chance that there might not be a town hall in January, just because it is the start of the year and it's a little bit more difficult to get things rolling around. But never say never. I will be updating you all on Twitter and Facebook. So if you're looking for updates, that's generally the best place to find them. Usually when anything is wrong or anything's right, I'll be posting that on Twitter. So follow me there if you don't already, because it's a good place to get that information where you know it's going to reach you. Whereas with YouTube, who knows? Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe not. But yes, I hope you all have a fantastic holiday period. This has been it's been a very, very cool year. We've gone through a lot, and we've got some very, very cool things coming in the next. Very, very cool. So, yes, please do join me next year. Stay tuned though, because Frost is going to be coming very, very soon, and more good stuff in the week to follow. For now though, I have been Robot Rykon. You have all been awesome. And until next time, stay tuned. Patrons, please do join me for our chat. Thank you all for coming along to our final town hall.